The people who know their God will firmly, they won't be wimps.
No.
They're going to firmly resist him. Resist not only him, but his system, his government, his system of culture, of civilization, of business, of education, of religion, everything that Satan is rolling out on the earth right now. The Great Reset that started in 2020, the reset of human civilization. The people of God are going to resist this beast system, and they're going to do it firmly. They're not going to be wimps. Let's compare that right now with what's going on in the world. Here in the United States and in other Western nations like Great Britain and Australia, we see the most reprehensible things taking place outside of the church and inside of the church. In particular, sexual perversion. We now have sexual perverts who are doing drag queen dances and performances before elementary school children in libraries, in schools. They're even doing them in churches.
That's right, Rick.
Methodist churches, Presbyterian churches, Anglican churches, Lutheran churches. Perverted drag queens going into the house of God and defiling the minds of little children, and detestable preachers standing there telling these little children, this is of God. They're going to burn in hell for what they're doing.
They're certainly not resisting firmly, are they?
I'm not talking about them, Doc. I'm talking about the churches that know better. The churches that know that's wrong. What are they doing about it? Nothing.
No.
Nothing. They're doing nothing. They're not resisting firmly. They're just standing there like spiritual wimps going, oh, what are we going to do? Well, this is not right. They're not doing anything.
They're sitting there and letting it happen.
They're just sitting there. Daniel said the people of God, the people who know their God, will firmly resist the devil. But they're not firmly resisting the devil right now. The devil's he's having a field day. He's just running amok throughout the nation into the churches. No resistance. No resistance at all. Why? Because the preachers and the congregations are afraid. They're afraid they will be persecuted. They're afraid they will be deplatformed. They're afraid that their local newspaper will publish an ugly article about them. They're afraid. They're afraid that the sodomites will come and protest in front of their church building. They're afraid of them. They don't fear God. They fear the sodomites. They fear the perverts in this country. Look, there's going to be repercussions just for me seeing these things on television. There's going to be repercussions. I'm not afraid of them. I think my enemies should know by now. I'm not afraid. And I don't care what they say about me. They say all kinds of ugly things about me. I don't care. My God says, I have a people who will resist, and they'll do it firmly. They'll do it with boldness. They'll do it with courage. Where are the bold, courageous preachers right now in this country? Why is sin running amok in this country? Why are they cutting off the genitals of children and the pastors are silent? Well, I think they cut the genitals off the pastors first. They got neutered. Can you say that on Christian TV? I just did. Okay? Listen, it's time to get serious, folks. The devil is here. You didn't get raptured. You didn't get taken away. He's here. He's setting up shop. And he's going to eat your lunch because the church is not rising up to the occasion and confronting this ocean of evil. It's a tsunami of evil and wickedness. How do we confront it? With righteousness, with the Word of God, with praise, with miracles and signs and wonders. Let's show these people what our God can do.
Do exploits. for God.
Do great exploits. And that word exploit means to resist. It says to produce, to act, to deal with, to attend to press, to squeeze.
It's active. It's not sitting back and just letting things happen.
We're supposed to squeeze the devil. We're supposed to press him up against the wall. Do you see that happening anywhere?
Absolutely not. Not really. Not in the church. Not in
Well,
any-
where else is it going to happen? If the church isn't pressing the devil, who's going to do it? The Rotary Club? The Lions Club? I mean, the church has got to do it, Doc. They're not doing anything. They're just letting the devil run free. And they're afraid, they're intimidated. And I'm telling you, our job here is to spark brave, courageous men and women to stand up and say, I've had it with the devil. I'm tired of watching him destroy the children and the young people. I'm not going to let him do this anymore. I'm going to use my mouth. I'm going to speak his name. I'm going to proclaim the glory of his name. I'm not going to be silent anymore. Let's do it, folks. Let's start a true awakening in this country. The only way to push back darkness is to let the light of God shine in you. We are the salt of the earth, the light of the world. And right now, the church in America is not lit up. It's dark. And we're not salty. We've lost our saltiness.
We've lost our light as well.
And what did Jesus say? If the salt loses its savor, what is it good for?
Just to be trodden down under men's feet, just to be walked on, which is exactly what is happening today.
That's what they're doing to the church.
When the church has lost its flavor, its savor, it just walked on.
That's right. So we're here, we're blowing a bugle. We're sounding a bugle, and we're telling the church of God in America, rise up and be the church, be the people of God, the people who know their God, and to sound the message, the gospel, and tell people that Christ is coming. He is coming soon. What did you think the last days would look like? I mean, is this weird enough? Doc, I think it's going to get weirder. I think it's going to be stranger.
If we've seen so many changes just in the past couple of years, imagine what's going to be 2 years from now. I mean, it's just been incredible. One of the things that most of the church does not realize is that Satan is at war with us. He just doesn't have a disagreement with us. He doesn't have, something that he's ticked off about. No, he's in a war against us.
Yes.
We, more often than not, do not take the war seriously.
No. And Doc, the reason is that the American Christians have been sedated